Welcome friends! Take a look at the paper embroidery project we'll be working on today. This lovely pattern is called the Arrows Path, and it's the perfect project for Valentine's Day or maybe an anniversary, or if you're like me and just love all things heart shape, this is a quick project with a lot of punch. This pattern has templates to create a card and a paper wall hanging. Today we are using the template to create the oval wall hanging. So let's check it out. You can find the links to the pattern and the supplies in the video description. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. But first, let's review what you'll need to get started. After you print and cut out the pattern template, use styrofoam as a cushion to pierce the holes. This pattern calls for your Awls fine and ultra fine points. You will also need a tapestry needle number 26 to complete the pattern. The pattern instructions will have all the details regarding thread count and color numbers, but you should double up the thread for a thread count that requires an even count of thread. You do this by threading your needle and bringing the thread ends together and knotting them. But before we get started on the stitching, I want to just quickly introduce myself. Hi, I'm Sarah, the founder of Flourishing Fibers. I specialize in paper embroidery, offering patterns, pre-printed paper goods, and unique notions. In this channel, I share step-by-step tutorials for flourishing fiber patterns, and I discuss my journey as a small craft business. If those are topics that spark an interest, please subscribe. The support is greatly appreciated. Lastly, visit my website, linked in the description, to find more paper embroidery patterns and supplies. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let's get started. There are two stitching techniques used to create the Arrows Path. It includes straight stitches and whipped back stitch. There's no specific order to stitch this pattern, but I would like to start by stitching the arrowheads first and then the shaft, because I can use the stitches of the arrowhead to anchor the threads for the shaft. The last element I stitch is the fletchings. The arrowheads are straight stitches. The shafts on the arrow are stitched using whipped backstitch. The foundation of this technique is backstitch. Then we return with a different colored thread to whip that backstitch. The key for this stitch is to be consistent in the direction of your needle as you pass below the backstitch. We want to create a candy cane swirl pattern. The last embroidery section is the fletchings. These are straight stitches. Avoid adding a lot of tension to your thread so they don't thin out too much. I've covered all the stitching techniques for embroidering the project. Let's move on to assembling the paper panel. If you use this pattern to stitch up a card and you want to learn how to cover the back of that card, check out this tutorial linked above. I'm using the taller size of the CUBIES foam tape. I place a cube around the edge but not too close so it won't be visible. I also put them in empty sections that will help give support to prevent sagging over time. When you are done placing the tape and peeling the backer, take your time to align the front to the back and gently press down. To attach a cord, go in through the back and tie a knot, leaving some cord at the end. Depending on the cord you are using, you can use glue to prevent the cord from fraying on the tips, or you can use a flame to melt the ends. Once you have the cord attached, you are done. Thank you for being part of this project. I hope you had a great time following along. If you enjoyed this tutorial and would like to support me, please subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot to me. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Keep on stitching. Bye.